much for coming out today. You know, people can call demonstrations, and if no one shows up, it makes it look like no one's interested in the issue. We know that's not true, but there's no protest unless people come out. So thank you so much for being here. I want to read a statement that we issued yesterday, a few hours after the bombing, and it gives our position on the war. Early this morning, the United States and Israel launched a massive attack against the Republic of Iran. Multiple cities have been hit in what is being called Operation Epic Fury, including the ancient cities of Isfahan, Shiraz, Homs, and the country's capital, Tehran. The bombs are hitting both military and civilian targets, including an elementary school.
Speak a little louder.
Including an elementary school in the southern city of Benab, killing more than 100 school children. This attack comes as the U.S. and Iran were in the middle of negotiations aimed at reducing tensions between the two countries, with more talks supposed to take place soon. And the attack is by Israel, still carrying out its genocidal war against the people of Gaza, and the U.S. fresh off the bombing of Venezuela and the abduction of President Nicolas Maduro and first combatant Celia Flores. In a social media post, Trump said that today's attack was team effort. Was that Iran cannot build a nuclear weapon, something the United Nations nuclear watchdog, the IAEA, International Atomic Energy Agency, says there is no evidence that it's doing. Trump further called on the Iranian people to rise up and overthrow their government. Except in retaliation for being attacked itself, Iran hasn't attacked another country in some 250 years. For its part, the U.S. has been in almost continuous warfare since its founding, from its genocidal attacks on indigenous people through its predatory wars in Latin America, the Caribbean, Asia, and the Middle East. And it has been trying to bring down the Iranian government since its founding in 1979 through military attacks, cyber warfare, sanctions, internal subversion, and more. Meanwhile, here at home, Trump has unleashed what amounts to his own private army, ICE, against immigrants and peaceful protesters in an attempt to make sure the U.S. remains a predominantly white country. This attack, in violation of both U.S. and international law, isn't about nuclear weapons or any alleged threat to the United States. It's about taking down an independent country that has been an obstacle to the U.S. achieving complete control over the oil-rich Middle East. That and eliminating what it considers to be a dangerous example. That, like Cuba and Venezuela, it's possible for a country to free itself from subservience to and exploitation by the U.S. and chart its own path among the countries of the world. The Virginia Defenders for Freedom, Justice, and Equality has a long history of educating the public about the true nature of Iran and U.S.-Iranian relations. In 2007, we organized a 5-person delegation that traveled 1,200 miles through the country by van, meeting Iranians from all walks of life. Our book, In Defense of Iran, Notes from a U.S. Peace Delegation's Journey through the Islamic Republic, played a major role in educating the U.S. anti-war movement about the reality of Iran and how that reality directly contradicts the lies of the U.S. government and mass media propaganda machine. The Virginia Defenders condemn in the strongest possible terms this predatory and imperialist war against Iran. We call for an immediate end to the bombing and an end to all hostility and aggression against Iran and any other country. And we call on all Norfolk-based sailors, many of whom are now stationed on ships bombing Iran, to remember that they have the right and even the duty to refuse all illegal orders and all illegal wars. Stop the U.S.-Israeli war